Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Runjay Patel. Guys, I'm back with a very important topic as per your request, right? So I have received many requests over the Telegram group. That means create a video on query builders, right? So now I'm presenting CMDB Query Builder with the reporting, right? So let's start guys. So first I will be talking about what are the things I'm going to cover in this video basically, right? So first thing I'll be talking about the overview of CMDB Query Builder. So definitely guys, this will help you a lot to understand how CMDB Query Builder works basically. Next I'll be talking about how to create a complex query. Of course guys, I'll be starting from the very simple query, but definitely going forward we will be writing a complex query as well, right? Next I'll be talking about will generate a report which will help to make a better business decisions. So guys, this is the very important one guys. So we can say like once we will write our query builder, we can use that query builder and we can just present a very good report so that your stakeholder or your manager can take a better decision based on the report, right? So that is the basically output we will get from the query builder report. Next, fourth point I'll be talking about guys, CMDB query builder features. So what are the features, what is possible, what is not possible, and what we can do with the query builders. So that we will be talking about. So fourth point is a little bit theoretical knowledge. So it's okay guys, so something we have to have a theoretical knowledge as well, right? And the fifth one guys, this is the very important one. So I'll be showing you the use case like with the practical example live scenario. I'll be showing you with the simple, complex, multi-level, it is like etc queries guys. Like we will also talking about how we can uh, connect CMDB query CMDB table with non-CMDB table. Like if we want to find out how many incidents are open which is having a application servers, that way also we can do so, right? So here I have given the just simple example like window cluster is connected with the Windows cluster node, and Windows cluster node is connected with the Windows server, and finally Windows server is connected with the Windows database instances. Guys, the best part for CMDB query builder is guys, no need to write any script. Only you have to do a drag and drop, right? So you just need to you have to work on the steps which I will be following in this video, right? So you just need to remember how we can create a how we can do a drag and drop, and how we can make a relationship. So relationship already there, like if you have maintained your CMDB means you have maintained your relationships. So only we have to just do the linking over here. Fine. Fine guys, so let's talk about now more about the CMDB query builder feature. So what we can do with the query builder features, right? So CMDB query builder, right? So first thing, point I have written guys, so we can create a simple or complex queries to get data from any table. Any table, I mean to say like whatever the out of box table. If you have any done a custom table also, we can fetch a data from those tables as well. Fine. So but a starting node would be from the CMDB table guys. So we cannot take a first a starting node directly from the non-CMDB class. Fine. So let's take an example like find all SQL database instance running on the server. So we can do like this is a simple query guys. So we will see in a couple of moment, we will see how we can write these kind of query. Fine. Second guys, we can make a query for non-CMDB tables which have a reference to CMDB table or classes guys. So if let's talk about the incident have a reference to CMDB class, right? Over there we are just using a configuration item. So configuration as a item is nothing but a CMDB table relations, right? So if your table if having a relations with CMDB tables or classes, then we can build a query for those tables as well. Fine. So If it is not directly connected, if it is connected via X also, we can do a query. We will see how we can do so that one. So for example guys, find all Windows server which have incident, change, problem created for, right? So we can do that way using a query builder. Third point guys, we can schedule the query execution and result can be shared to email. So after writing our query builder, we can generate a report, and we can schedule that query builder to, and you can just share to your different stakeholders, and you can basically schedule it, right? And now fifth point guys, performance analytics and a standard report can be generated, and same we can bring on dashboard as well guys. So if PA is enabled in your instance, then we can just write a like a performance and analytics report as well from the query builder. We'll see that one as well. I'm not going to cover performance analytics in this video, but we will see a little bit on that. Fine. So next we can allow multiple users to run the query independently, like report. Like suppose let's say we have created one report and we wanted to share that report with the different users. So same way also we can do so using a query builder. So let's talk about the rules. There are basically two rules. First one is the CMDB Query Builder. So it's basically a Fox having this role can create, save, run, and delete the query. Basically, so if you are having a CMDB Query Builder role, you can create a CMDB query, you can delete, you can save, and whatever. If you want to run the report, also you can do so. Basically, full access if you have this role then. And we have another role called CMDB query underscore builder underscore read. So the person who is having this role, they can run the report and they can view the report, basically that query. Fine. So they don't have right to create from the scratch, and they don't have right to delete that one. Fine. So in the note guys, I have written if you query have if your queries have a non-CMDB table, yeah, got it. So if your query is if you have written a query builder which is having a non-CMDB table, then and suppose you don't have access to that table, right? So let's say you are using some HR's case management, right? And for case management, to access the case management table, you should have a different access provision, right? So you should have a like case role or case underscore users role to access the case record. So if you have included any non-CMDB table, then you have to provide access to first to that non-CMDB table to that users who is going to run your query report, CMDB query basically, right? So let's take example. ITL role will work on the most of the cases, because you know that guys is like ITL role. If you are having ITL role, you will be having most of the module, like you have most of the module access, right? So it will solve the purpose like writing a query and running the your query builder query. But again, if ITL role also doesn't have the access, like for X module, like if we are talking about the discovery or some others module, then ITL also doesn't have that access, right? On that case, you have to deal with your permissions. It is recommended to use a filter on table for faster execution and limiting the result for better understanding, guys. So what it will happen, like if you are not putting any condition, you just do a drag and drop, and so let's say you have first dragged a CMDB base table and you have connected with the incident, so it will give you the huge record basically, right? So it's better, it's a best practice to use your filter conditions so that your query execution will fast and it will give you the limited result, right? So hope guys, so this is the all about the theoretical knowledge I can say related to CMDB query builder. Nothing we no need to worry about the extra other things. Only things we have to take care what we can achieve using a CMDB query builder. Fine. Now last part guys, let's talk about now the practical scenario use cases, how we can write a query, right? So guys, I'm not going to continue in this video. So in next video we will be talking about totally practical knowledge, right? How we can write our query. So see you in the next part of this video. Thank you guys, thanks for watching. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Runjay Patel. Guys, this is part 2 of CMDB Query Builder with the reporting video. So if you have not watched my first video, please go and watch that first. Over there we have discussed about the little bit theoretical knowledge, what we can achieve, and what are the prerequisite kind of stuff I have mentioned over there, right? So if you have not watched my first video, then please, it's a recommendation to watch that first, so that you can have a better understanding in this practical example. Fine, so let's start now guys. So first use case guys, so this is for simple query builder. So it is asking, so find all the SQL database instances running on computers. So this is the actually a question, so we have to build a query for that. So it's a very simple guys. So what I'm going to do, we are going to bring the computers, right? So let's start now guys. Fine, so guys, so in the left navigation, so what you have to do, you just type a query builder. Fine, so under the configuration you can see here CMDB query builders is there. I'm just opening in the new tab. Let me give you a little bit more knowledge on this canvas basically. So this is called a canvas. So for here, once you will click it here, it will ask you to enter the name which you are going to build a query, right? So here what we have to do is just to provide a name. So I'm just providing a get all db. Fine, so this is the name I'm just providing, and I'll be clicking on the create button. Fine, as simple as that guys. So this area is called canvas guys. So this whole area, it is called canvas. Fine, so here we can see the properties. As you can see here right now, we have given the name get all db, and here if you want to give the description, you can just give the description. Here it will show you the applied filters. So let's start guys. So first of all, what our question was, so let's again go back to our use case. So first we have a find all SQL database instances running on the computer. So first of all, what we have to do, first we have to check the computers, right? So for computers guide, just type a computer. Make sure that means you have selected the CMDB classes. If you are selecting here, it will give you the all non-CMDB classes. That means it is not related to CMDB. It is related to, that means relation is there, but it is not directly connected with CMDB base table. Fine, so we have to look for the computer. So just type a computer. Fine, so where it is here. So now we have a computer. So just drag and drop it over here in the canvas. So here it is. Now we have dragged the computers one. Fine, so guys, if you select outside of this box like a computer box, then as you can see here, all the list down the CMDB tables are there. The moment I will select on this, it will show me the suggested one we can link with, right? So it's very awesome, right? CMDB is giving a like a awesome feature, that means we can link with these many tables with these computers, right? So but our requirement is we have to find the SQL database instances, right? So MS SQL, I'm just going to choose the table called MSFT SQL instance. So yes, FT, we can search it for that one as well. So here we it is there now. So I'm just dragging and drop it guys. Fine, so again if you are clicking over here, it will give you the list of the suggested relations. We can connect with those. Fine, so how we can make a relationship? So first, just if you can say roll mouse over on this box, then it will give you the one a square box, right? So just click on that. So now it is got selected. Move mouse to the a square bracket over here like this for this table. So here also you can see that. So just click over here, so it will get connected. But right now, as you can see here, a star marking is there, right? So if you can see here, this is the star marking. So as of now, we have not built the relationship. So here, as you can see here in the right side in the property section, by default it is came, right? So parent table is the computers, and maybe a second child table is the here this our database, right? So MSFT SQL instances. So this is the first level of relationship. No need to do anything on this, just leave it as it is. But here guys, in the relationship, just click over here. So let me it for you. Fine. So here you have to click it for plus icon. So once you click it, just scroll down and just select the any relationship type. Fine. So once you select the any relationship type, as you can see here, now it is relationship has been established and now it is ready to go. So basically what we are trying using this query, that we are looking for the all the instances which is connected with this computer, right? So now on the top right corner guys, as you can see here, we have a button called save and run. So let's save it first. We have a success message popped up that your query has been saved successfully, and you just run it. Click on the run button. So it will run using this relationship. So right now it is saying a pop-up blocked. What I'm going to do, I'm just to allow this, and I'm going to run it again. So in the new tab, as you can see here right now, these many computers, only one computer which is connected to these many Microsoft SQL instances, right? And the relationship for those, it has a runs on runs relationship related to computer and MS SQL. Fine guys, I hope it is clear to you. We will do a couple of more things guys, like let's talk about little bit more about this canvas, what we can do. So if you want to export a query, you can just click over here, export. It will start exporting and you just download the query. So here in the XML format it get downloaded. Same thing if you want to import it, you just click over here and choose your file and just export it, sorry, import it. Fine. Now we have a option called create a scheduled report as well, right? So we can create a scheduled report from here, or let me do one more thing guys. So let me show you something a little bit about this tag. So tag will help you out guys for searching your query. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename it as a like a something else. I'm not going to get all DB, but I'm going to give the name for find computer. Fine. So just press the enter, right? And now save the query. Now if I will go back over here, I'm just created it. So here what I will be doing, I'll be looking for the find computer. As you can see here, tag, by default it is giving me this one. I hope you have got it idea about what does it mean by tag, right? Now so we talked about tag. Now this clear canvas, if you want to make it clear this query, you can make the clear canvas as well over here, right? Fine. So let me just do it a create schedule. So here you just, the moment you will create click on the create schedule, it will ask you like a same the way schedules works, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to give the same name over here, and I'm not going to select anything, just click on submit. Fine. Now it's got scheduled down. So again, let me open it in the new tab. Fine. So what I'm going to do, wait, no, let me open it again. And once you'll schedule it, you can generate a report as well. So create a report. So after schedule only, guys, create report option will be enabled for you, right? So if you know little bit about reporting, you can just write it down over here, like a group by, if you want to do it, or you want to add a column, just add it, like add this one, as of now, let's do it. And once you'll do that, you just refresh it, things is available for you, right? So anytime you can run it and save it, you can share it, it will work as a report now. Fine. So let me talk a little bit more about this converge. So yeah, let me open it. Let's talk about now a little bit setting, guys, over here. So as you can see here, there are three setting. First one is the display relationship in result. So guys, if you are seeing this, means we have selected, because of that only it is coming, right? So this is the relationship type. So if I don't want to display this, let me close this all, guys. If I don't want to display the type, then what we can do, we just simply disable this functionality. Now let's run it, guys. So let's see, this time it should not display the relationship, right? Fine. So I'm just going to enable it. So display suggested connection. So the moment we are selecting this, it is giving me the suggested one. If you don't want, then we can disable it from here. And guys, the third one, guys, so it is selected display result in the new tab. If I will do this, then the result will get display in the same tab itself, like in the down part. So let me run it. This time it will give me here itself, right? As you can see here. So before that it was giving in the new tab, but the moment I disabled it, it is giving me on the same tab. So it's up to you how you are running it. You just do your setting. So I like this the way it should go. Fine, guys. So again, here it is thing. And yeah, guys, one more things here I would like to say. So if we want to add more columns, so if we are running this report right now, it is giving me only 2 or 3 columns. So if I want to add some column, we can add it from here. So like what we can add, this is basically related to your computer. So let me check with the name. Yeah, name is there. I have added the name, the class, don't want, I have added the class. So let's save this and now just run it. This time it should give us one more column, that is the name, right? So this is basically a name itself. So again, it's up to you what are the column you want. Just select the here box, and you just, based on that, you just add it. So if you want it from the my MS SQL, then you can just select the MS SQL and add the things. Fine, guys, I hope you guys are clear with this now. So now let's move on to the next our example or use case scenario. Fine. So again, guys, so find all Windows cluster which are indirectly connected with VMware Virtual Machine Instance. So guys, this is like not a one-to-one relationship, but whenever we want to make a relationship which is not directly connected with your CMDB to each other, right? So in this case, guys, so we will see how we can do so. So find all the Windows clusters. So first of all, we will look for the Windows cluster table. Let me copy this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to search the Windows clusters. Fine. So okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a new one. So just make it demo 2, just giving a name like that. Fine. So here we will look for the Windows cluster and we'll just drag and drop it, right? So we can move here and there, and now it is saying Windows cluster, and with VMware Virtual Machine Instance. So if we will select here, it will give us VMware Virtual Machine Instance. Fine. So what we are going to do, we are just going to connection, right? So right now it is not connected over here. So if you can see here, relationship type, oh anyway, this is not connected with the one-to-one. So what we have to do, basically select this this relationship, and the label, select the label up to 2. Fine. Save the query and run it. As you can see here guys, so I have created just for to showcase you guys, so I have created a VMware Virtual Machine Instance, test 1, test 2 to 3, like that. So as you can see here, empty one which is coming over here, it means guys this one is not connected, right? So if you see this in blue box, like used by used to, this test 3, it is connected with this guy, but others is not connected with means I can say these many are not connected with these many, not connected with your relationships. So this is not directly connected with to each other. As you can see here in the relationship type, it is not giving only except test 3, it is direct connected. So we have asked for the which is not connected directly, give us the result, and also which is directly connected, of course it will give the directly connected one as well. Fine. So we have seen that how we can bring a query which is not directly connected with the instances or we table to each other. Fine, let's move on the next query. So saved query in the CMDB group. Let's say you want to apply a patch to all Windows server which connected to database. So same thing guys, so same I'm going to implement this. So Windows is connected to database and we wanted to apply a patch. So basically what I mean to say is, so if your client is saying, hey give me the all the Windows server which is connected to database, so for all those as a Windows server we wanted to apply a patch because we need some extra details to be added on those Windows server which is having like a database installed on that. So how you can give that? So let's move on over here and let's create, I'm just giving a test 3. So here let's say what I said, Windows server. So look for the Windows server, right? So it is our server, here is our Windows server, right? And the next, the database. So we have a database over here for the database. So here is our database, so all the database. So I'm not going with the particular database. So this is connected with this, and the Windows server has a relationship, we can do the any relationship. Save this. Fine. So now let's run it, let's check it out what are the result it is giving. So as you can see guys, so these many we have a Windows server which is running a databases like Oracle, MySQL, and again Oracle 11i something it is running, NYRAC. So if your client asks to give me the result which for all the Windows server which is connected with any database, they wanted to perform some activity on that, so you can just give a this way, you can write a simple query on that. Fine. So now let's move on to next. So here we are talking about the create a query with non-CMDB tables. Here guys, so as of now, till now we have seen like we are dealing with only the CMDB tables. So let's talk about now relation with the non-CMDB table as well. Fine, so let me check, guys. So here create a query with the non-CMDB tables. Let's say we want to see all application server which has active incident and change request. So both. So we want a application server basically. So here I have built it. So here is our application server which is connected to incident, which is also connected to hardware, and that hardware is having a change request. Fine, so how we can do so? So let's talk about over here. Let's create it, and let me give it text 3 or 4 something. Fine, so just look for the application server. So the applications we have over here. Fine, so application server which is connected with the non-CMDB, right? So here we have to select the non-CMDB tab over here and just look for the incident. In that case, guys, I'm going with the my incident table. This is our custom table. Fine, so this activity now it is connected. So as it is having a array reference column, by default it is selected. If it is having a 2 3 reference column, it will show you over here. So configuration item is the reference one. Fine, again guys, we are going with the hardware over here. So I have selected this. Let me go over here and just bring the hardware. Right, so let's connect it with this. Fine, so here we have to give the relationship. So let's add it. Any relationships, we are not concerned about the particular. If you are concerned about only the particular one, you just select those one only, but I'm going with the all the relationships over here. And then guys, we have to connect change request, right? So basically here would be our change request. Fine, we'll connect with this. Fine guys, so here is the thing. Now let's save this query and we'll see. There it's came test3 query, same name already exist. Okay, so query, it is saying same name already exist, so we will give that 4. Fine, it's got saved now, so let's run it. As you can see here, now this will give the very good view, right? So this MS SQL server has incident number this, runs on this computer, like this configuration item having a this change request. So we cannot resolve this incident until and unless this changes got completed. So for that guys, what we can say over here, in the change request we will apply the filter. We will be only looking for active one, right? So if active is true, then only we can give the result. So based on that, here also we will look for the active is true. So let's save it that we don't want to look for the which is already got closed, right? So here this is the way we can apply the filter as well. Fine, so again it will give us the result if it is both are active here. So both are active. Let me showcase to you. Yeah, this is incident is active, this one is also active, right? So this is a way guys. So let me explain you a little bit more about this, like why we have connected the hardware, right? And what is the use, like we wanted to our result we were looking for, that means all the application server which having a incident and the change request. Then why we are connecting a hardware? Yes guys, to understand this, so application server, let me run the partial query also. So we have a concept called to run the partial query. Let me just move it over here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select this option, this one guys. Fine, and then now it is giving me option to run the query. So I'm just selecting these two. You can see here now, if you can see, it is selected in the green color, basically light green it is there, and it is right now it is black, it is there, right? So now if I will run this time, it will give me the result related to this only, these two application server having a incident. So let me run this. So right now only one it is giving, guys. So this incident is connected with this application server, right? If I will run the same way to till here, I'm not going to select the change, so I have selected till my incident and hardware. If you will run this, it will give you the result of 3 of these, correct? So now this is also connected with the hardware. So we were looking for the hardware as well, right? So basically this hardware has this SQL has been installed on this hardware, which is running runs on this, right? So this MS SQL runs on this hardware, and we have an incident which is having a this configuration item. So basically all are interlinked to each other, right? So we cannot resolve this ticket unless we cannot resolve this, right? So this means we have a change request attached to that, right? So in the result here we have a change request, right? So right now we have not bring it, but once we will do that, so this has a change request, right? So because of those conditions, if change request is open, then we cannot close that incident, right? Hope you are getting it. So from here also we can check it out. So in the change, as you can see here, this is there, right? So this is attached with this incident basically, and this incident is having a configuration item this, and this configuration item is installed on which machine? Our hardware machine, this machine. So all are interlinked to each other. Now I hope you got it what I'm trying to say over here, right guys? So next we have already talked about the import and export query. We have already talked about the create report. We have already talked about the tagging. And yeah, one more thing guys, this is the very important one at point basically. So we can run this report using a like a API call also. If you want to execute this query using API call, what you have to do, you have to just do this execution. Fine. So let me show you how we can execute it. So for the background job, I will execute this query for you, right? So I have written the 3 point starting from the Orlando. You can execute a saved query from the server side using this one script API basically. So let me just open a background script. Fine, and here I will just be pasting the our query. So what you have to do, everything is like snc.cmdb query builder API get saved query execution details. So here you have to provide your query details, means your query name. Let me say test 3 was there, right? So true indicate that means we want to run it. If you are making it false, that means you are telling to the system we don't want to run it. Let me just run it. Can you see it guys? So this is the query ID, this is the table name it has given, and now status is completed, means it's run successfully, right guys? So I hope you guys have now a clear concept about the query builder. How we can write a query builder and how we can deal with the complex query, right? One more thing guys I would like to show. So here we have one more concept called CMDB or table, CMDB group basically, sorry. So in the CMDB group, what we can do, we can execute our saved query basically. So let me just type it the test, submit it, open it again, and run the here in the this section like a CMDB group query saved query over here. So add your saved query, whatever the query you have created. Let's say test4, save it, submit it. So all CI, click on there, you will be getting a result of that. So this way also you can get the result. Fine guys, I hope you guys now have a little bit concept. I whatever I know I try to deliver you, right? So if you have any doubts and if I fail to deliver some point, please ask in the you know that like we have a Telegram group over there. I will clarify your doubt over there. So as of now I have tried to deliver as much as I can. Fine guys, thank you, thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you.